Hey there.
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered.
Who's Father Lorgan?
The best of us. I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
That's really nice with the vines and flowers in here.
We let more outsiders in and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
Imagine fleeing to the
You
city,
Stelmane.
only to be met with suspicion. The refugees face hardship at every turn.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
I think he has a little crisis of faith. And also interesting that Duke Stelmane apparently is also dead. The Emperor didn't really tell us about that, right? Well. Halsin looks so good here. Yeah, I gotta say, I didn't expect that, but actually, like the re-dyed Sharon armor looks really good on him, right? I hate this flying elephant. Elephant! Oh boy. Is there any victim more fitting than one who would forgive his own murderer? Let's not say that. I heard your priest died. My condolences.
Thank you, stranger. Father Lorgan's passing has saddened us all.
Passing? He was murdered by one of the fugitives he was harboring.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid.
I think maybe you should overthink following Ilmater. Sounds like your god would be proud of Father Lorgan.
Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul.
Boy.
Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
A very kind soul.
Exactly this.
I mean, we're trying. Oh my gosh, it's bloody.
All into his embrace. Salve all suffering.
By allowing his...
Yeah, and there we have said Holophant. Valeria. Let's have a talk.
You're wrong about Father Lorcan's killer. Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Valeria, that sounds kind of too easy.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
Don't apologize. It sounded like a load of bollocks anyway.
I wouldn't go that far. But the investigator
Wouldn't
is
you?
being particularly challenging right now. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
I mean, Valeria, you're investigator, you have one job. Valeria, you're too useless, no one will miss you. Boy. Don't be disrespectful, killing is a form of worship. Ooh. You adopt a verdict. I will investigate. See what the true blame falls.
Feel free to look around the temple.
Getting so
A
much
fair
approval
warning.
from Halsin.
The investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
It's true. Yeah, Valeria is quite something. So, where can I find the investigator?
Sharessa's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
Great. Just going for an easy explanation and then going to Sharessa's caress. I mean, we don't judge, but still. Any idea what I should be looking for?
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
What did she even do? What was her investigation? Like, 2 people are dead. How about one killed the other and then themselves? Case closed. Can you tell me where to find Shara Clawwen? Oh yeah, that was about the Laughing Monk amulet.
I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit.
I had best be going.
I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
To be honest, the bar shop is worth for dying. She's not exactly a great person. Well... Turning to Baal's never the right decision, though, I just want to point out. Order of Ilmater Service. A mass book used by the Broken Gods congregation during regular services. There are a lot of hymns about self-flogging scattered throughout the tome. Ilmater Combat Manual. Is it going to be empty? They usually don't fight. Many would ask how the open-hand temple should respond to acts of violence against our persons. Well, it is a most sticky conundrum. We must rely on the gifts granted to us by our suffering god, that of curative miracles. As long as you can save yourself, your fellow congregants, or even the wayward minds of your vicious assailants, that must be your approach. For we are not to inflict suffering, only to alleviate it. Besides, there's always a nearby flaming fist to handle that sort of distasteful thing. Hopefully. Yeah. That's really crazy. That's like quite the strong dogma to never hurt anyone. Lavender is a Baal spawn. True, so who better than him would know not to turn to Baal? Lavender's doing everything to turn away. Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering. Ah, there he is. Hey, we can go... I think I didn't use Speak of Dead in ages, so... let's do that again.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day.
Excuse me. I'm looking into Logan's death. I need to ask you some questions.
What do you want to know?
So friendly. How did he die?
Slowly. Logan was a good man, if naive. He deserved better. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Logan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick.
Yeah.
We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
You're still not sure it's a refugee. And if it was one, it doesn't mean that all of them are bad. Speak of Dead. Astarion has that. Come on, Astarion. I'm not sure if she's going to approve. I don't think so, but hey. Here we go. But we couldn't ask for constant, so here we go.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who killed you?
Dwarf, dressed in red.
I think the was the refugee a dwarf? I don't remember. We're going to find out. Where were you attacked?
Tunnels from the cellar. Refuge.
Poor guy. What were you doing when you died?
Hiding Brilgor from fists.
Oh, so it was just those two. Why were you hiding, Brilgor?
Must protect innocence. Ilmater's will.
Really faithful to the very end. There it is. I was looking for my cursor. Why did he kill you?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
No ideas for a motive. Oh, she didn't even react to that. Okay, I don't think there's much else going on here. An end to suffering. A selection of rites for the dead and dying adorn this manuscript. And let the light of perpetual toleration guide your servant's wretched form to peace. And bloodied mercy, hear my prayer. Our most ardent petitions bring the soul afore your tear-scorched eyes, Lord. Blink, and let it pass into reverie. The poison drained, the sickness quelled. As I deliver this body from that which ailed it, I render its soul unto your care. Oh, some prayer text. Yes, 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 I know, I know. Else to talk to?
To claim to know the Lord's will is blasphemy.
Oh, we also talk to you.
Scripture and teachings.
Let's see if there's something here.
Kitchen. Visitors kindly keep to common areas. Food will be served at meal times.
Yeah.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
Ooh, he's leaving. You already talked to the investigator.
Investigator? That miniature mastodon is about as much use as rats in the pantry or flies in the soup. Father Lorgan's gone. Murdered. And now they're blaming a refugee for it.
Oh, sounds like he also doesn't approve. Can you think of anyone who wanted to kill Lorgan?
Some folk didn't like how he looked after the refugees. But I don't think they'd kill him for it. At least, I hope they wouldn't. That's a scary thought. Look, I need to finish up here. Lots of soup to clean up. Blood, too.
Gosh, so many blood. Are there secret tunnels in the cellar? How do I open them?
Not a clue. Rivington's riddled with old smugglers' tunnels and the like. I wouldn't go poking around in them if I were you.
Does he truly not know about that? Yeah, let's have a look in the gardens before we go down there. Prayers of Repentance. A book full of furtive prayers for forgiveness to the crying god. It smells musty, as if kept underground for a long time. Lord Ilmater, I beseech you, look upon me and behold my sin. Let it stand before your infinite patience and balk in his presence. For while I am weak, you stand mighty. Let me be absolved before your weeping majesty, that I may cleanly bear the burden of others in your name. My knees may stagger, my bones may break, my will may fracture, but my faith stands strong on your shoulders, Lord, if you will let it. It really can't be easy to follow them. Oh yeah, I saw that bloodstain here. We are going into like down the hatch later. I just wanted to finish this level here first. I mean, I think we kind of need to look into the chest, see if there's any evidence. Let's sneak. Don't think anyone is around here, but let's still be sneaky. instant and some gold. No, I don't want to attack the chandelier. Just 10s. Sandals and a candle. That was a little harder to pick. Still, inkpot, quill, and a little gold. Oh. Aha. Confessions, Volume 1. Father Lorgan. This book is redolent with the enticing smell of paper and ink. The most recent entry in this journal bears particularly heavy quill marks and crossed-through revisions. I penned this from the temple cellar, the only place I feel close to the Ilmater's will anymore. I pass my gaze between the crests that hide my sin apparent, and I wonder, who are they to pass any judgment? They bark that those who arrive on our doorstep, bloodied, beaten, fleeing from heretical hordes, are dirty, unwelcome, to be shunned. It is a crime to house them, to bring them into the city proper. But if my back must be broken, so others may step into the light, so be it. Not really a clue. Yeah, maybe someone just hated him enough. Kill him. Ooh, a rufflesome blackguard hat. I think there's nothing special in the others. Ooh! Seraphic Pugilist Gloves. Your armed attacks deal an additional 1d4 radiant damage. You're unarmed. Overlooked that. You know what? You're Ilmater's followers. You don't need things for battle. Yoink. Okay. Let's unsneak. Ooh. Meditations Volume 1, Father Lorgan. Let's have a read. This record, penned by Rector Janus, consolidates various sermons of Father Lorgan, High Priest of the Open Hand Temple. Do not, brethren, mistake the words of gathered society for the decrees of those atop of it. It is the duty of a faithful tormented, it is your duty, to know when these decrees beget unjust suffering. It is not an easy duty, it is a duty that will scar your hands from carrying it, as it well should. We must at all times recall a central fact. To suffer is not holy. To suffer is a consequence of holy duty made practice. Ilmater does not enjoy his pain, my friends. He endures it, because it is just. Our own pain is an acceptable price to pay, but it is not a good in itself. Which is also like a major difference between Ilmater and Leviathar, who are like really stern enemies. Some may ask of you, if you are loved by our God, why does he allow you to suffer? Why does he allow anyone to suffer? The question is strong rhetoric, but it has an answer. One cannot be healed without first being hurt. One cannot truly know joy without knowing its absence. But to live a life full of absence, full of suffering, would be to know only one thing. We enact balance in the name of the Lord on the wreck, for it is right and it is just. Yeah, interesting stance on some things. The most holy sermons of Leshbera Katrine. Oh, picturesque tormented, we live in wretched times. So eager is our populace to beg succour from the city's teat, and so readily is such succour available, that our broken God is seldom lamented to. The weeping of the fettered masses should fall righteously unto the blood-burned ears of Ilmater, not into the hands of useless bureaucrats. A query often wet on the tongue of Ilmater's loyal wretches is thus: why does he bid us aid? How must we aid them? The answer is simple. We must give this sordid source the tools to aid themselves, a working knowledge of the Ilmatari creeds. Unless these unfortunates know to channel their suffering towards the crying God, how is he supposed to intercede for them? Think upon these words, my children. Yeah, seems to be way more about the suffering part, right? Let's look into my memoirs. Moving from the light is how he always phrased it, which I thought was a bit much. A ray of morning light dims the day, he would insist. I just can't really see it the same way. I can comfort, I can listen, I can heal. Of course my talents are best suited in the worship of Ilmater. I've no ill will towards the Morning Lord indeed. I think a shaft of his light will always shine in my heart. I worry, too. There's something that glimmers in Pa's eyes, even when he talks about the light. It's not something I like. I alight to Baldur's Gate next Sunday, to the Open Hand Temple. Maybe they know what ails them. Oh. Right. Okay, let's have a look through the garden. Maybe let's do the garden after we explore the cellar. Down that. So. Weird. Nothing happens when we interact with those crates. Not even a sound. And oh boy, there's a lot of blood. And we can't really interact with anything, so just like quick save and quick load, because that seems kind of odd. I don't know what went wrong. Let's hope we can loot now. Yes! And everything opens up again at the same time. Ah, or maybe not. Okay, at least this part seems kind of odd. Weird.
At the ready.
Let's look into the pouch again. I think we can take it. I don't know what that was. Oh, by the way, let's scratch again. Since I just saw that again. Did someone say something?
I'll give it a shot.
What's going on here? Gosh. What are those sounds? Hey boy. There's definitely enough blood for at least 2 murders. Maybe even more. Here. Ah, you with the spirit.
A crypt. This must be where Shira Clawin is buried.
Right, I would say for that we should probably take Lae'zel with us. But she's wearing the amulet. Hey Lae'zel.
A private word would be nice.
Orin, Skra, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child.
But I really like this, I don't know, atmosphere of uneasiness or in crates. You don't know, will she be there? Which character is truly like an NPC, and which one is Orin in disguise? I'd like you to join me.
The party's full. You'll need to make room.
To kick out. Let's kick out Halsin for a moment.
Well chosen.
Wow. So Lae'zel. Let's level you up. A new feat, and we go for more dexterity. Gosh, it's been ages since we played a monk. Advanced unarmored movement. Oh, we are even faster. Improved elemental casting. Your affinity with the element Kai deepens. Several of your offensive 4-element features deal an additional dice of damage. Your Clench of the North Wind can hold on to an additional creature, and your Embrace of the Fire Inferno fires an extra ray. What kind of spells do we have so far? Fangs of the Fire Snake, which is kind of like Firebolt, Rush of Gay Spirits, Sweeping Cinderstrike, and the Gong. Let's take Scorching Ray, basically. Maybe also Water Whip, because you can just like pull enemies towards you. It's also kind of fun. Here we go. And last but not least, Purity of Body. You're immune to poison damage. Ooh, nice. That improved unarmored movement. Yeah. Go.